Happy 20. Well, actually, we've already done a 2021.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Last podcast was in 2021. We did the welcome 2021 already.
Kushkushki TV says you're muted. Fucking muted, boy.
Says there we go. No, I think
we're professionals here.
I'm listening to your stream. I can't hear you.
Boom.
There we go. Now, can they hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not doing it a third time. Somebody else does. I don't know if I can do it a third time.
We'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Fix it in post.
Well, anyways, so what I was saying earlier, welcome back to the Ash of Creation discussion round, the longest running podcast. Now, how's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Good, yeah.
Okay, so we have not been live for 3 weeks now, and we decided.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
We decided to push it back for a week because of the live stream, and now we have a lot of things to talk about, like a lot
of things to talk about.
So we got Hot Faisal with us again. We got Mist with us. And Fane, is this your first time?
This is my first time on your podcast, yeah.
Oh, for a first timer. Okay, we won't
podcast version here.
We won't be gentle with you, not one bit. So the way this goes, since it's your first time, is we don't have a script, we don't have any set rules, we just talk. Pretty much
argue, we criticize as much as you want.
Exactly.
Be salty,
but don't talk about bears.
That's my thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing. He hates bears.
Which we might get into today.
Why? They didn't show any bears. Yeah.
Okay, no. So Yoni is the master of topics. So Yoni, what are we gonna do first? What are we gonna talk about first?
So today for topics we have the January live stream, January cosmetics, the discussion, the dev discussion, which was login rewards. First every time we saw boats, but that was in the live stream too. So when we talk about live stream, we'll get to that. Our talking bit from last time that you said you wanted to bring up from this time, server merging. It's a theory crafty kind of topic. Alpha 1 packs coming back to the store. We talked about it when
let's talk about that one.
You want to talk about Alpha 1 packs coming back to the store?
Yeah, Alpha 1 packs. So, a quick roundup. Way back in the day, when we were all still virgins when it comes to Ashes of Creation, besides the Kickstarter, there were store packs, $500 store packs that included Alpha 1. So they stopped selling them, I think, when they hit 10,000.
August 18th.
Yeah, August 18th. Yeah. So now, back in the day, Steven said that he might bring them back, depending on how testing goes. And now he's bringing them back.
We don't have a date for when they come back.
We don't have a date.
We do know they're coming back.
We do know that they will be back before the Alpha 1 test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Otherwise it would be useless. So, from my understanding, back when that was announced, there was a little bit of uproar. And now they're definitely going to come back. So, my point of view is... they're coming back because during the last couple preview tests for Alpha 1, the testing was so good that they fixed all the server issues, and now they can allow more than 10,000 people on the servers. That's my takeaway from that whole thing. What do you guys think?
I'm going to take a hard, different approach.
Go for it.
My opinion is that between, obviously, Kickstarter, the summer backers, and what was in the store... I think that as they got into this December testing, where you're finally getting all of your non-PI members in there, they didn't have 10,000 people showing up. Maybe people backed it, back in 2016, I think it was, and now they've forgotten about the game. And so if you have 10,000 and you're like, I need 10,000 testers, and only 4,800 show up, that kind of gives you a little flexibility to open up some more packs.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's probably it. We've had that issue in the past where they thought that initially when we opened up APOC, they had the issue where they were like, okay, we have 10,000 people are going to test this. They got nowhere near that. So they were like, okay, we need to open this up to more people. And I mean, I guess
the Steam dilemma happened. Exactly.
That said,
I want to say
I'm going to stick by my original argument that I think it should have been. They should find another way to distribute it besides selling it, because I feel like the last time they sold those packs, that was part of the advertisement. Was like, this is the last chance you can get into Alpha 1, so buy now.
If it comes
are they
back,
selling? Sorry.
If it comes back as the full $500 as part of a package, I think it's less. So I think you're fine with that. I think buying it, people will be buying into like that non-NDA. We've already had like 2 alpha tests. You're gonna get some people that are gonna be like, yes, it was part of the argument. It's gonna be, they're not gonna be happy with it. But as long as it's part of that $500 pack or a upgrade that equals up to makes your package equal up to $500, I think it'd be fine. If you bring it back any cheaper than that, or you bring it back as like, oh, I'm going to be buying, you can just buy into the Alpha 1, you don't have to buy all the cosmetic stuff, that would piss people off.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Would it though? I don't think it would. I mean, I don't know how the community would swim with it, but obviously you've got, I doubt because they haven't said how they would do it. It would just be Alpha 1 for at some point, whether it's the full Alpha 1 pack like they did in the Kickstarter, or just, like you say, just access. We don't know. And I don't know how the community would swing.
Let me throw
what they want.
Let me throw a couple of things in here. Back when Steven first mentioned the possibility of bringing back Alpha 1 packs, I believe him and Jalon went at it, and they got really detailed into the terminology that was set. So the fact is, Steven never clearly said Alpha 1 will never come back.
That's the defense he's used in the Discord too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but okay, so the fact is, he's never said they will never come back. But for the past, 2 years since they stopped selling them, everybody assumed, based on conversations that were made in public by content creators, conversations on the Discord, the majority of people assumed they will never come back. All right. So that's it. So now they run into the issue of, if they bring back the packs, they need to be the exact same thing as the previous ones.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. Like, we all know they're coming back. There's no argument that they're coming back.
So but I get what Staggerson is saying. So the only thing they could do, what Staggerson is saying, finding another way, is not bringing back the pack, but just adding an extra layer for people that have store packs now to upgrade. So people that now currently have access to Alpha.
I guess I was talking about non-bot, like without a cash investment.
You mean like giveaways?
Like a giveaway?
Contest or giveaway, or sign up for a chance to get into Alpha 1.
I think a sign up wouldn't get you the numbers you want. So if you were trying to get like the numbers that you want, a giveaway would either make more people, like people that did pay the $500, more unhappy, because then you're just giving away for free. You're giving away a large number of packs away instead of just.
Well, it's not the full way. It's just the key, and it's just the key to Alpha 1. People still need to buy into Alpha 2. So
that's a fair point, actually. That's not bad for marketing, because the people that maybe can't afford a $500 or a $375 pack, you give them a little taste in Alpha 1. Maybe that encourages you with a cash influx for Alpha 2 packs.
But what are you gonna tell those people that bought into Alpha 1?
Well, so I'll tell you this. I backed at the Brave
they
of
still
World
get a
back in
whole ton of
Kickstarter.
stuff as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they get a bunch of other stuff, but also Intrepid's been pretty good at talking out of both sides of their mouth. Like a lot, if you look at a lot of the things that they gave to Kickstarter, a lot of things they gave to Summer Backer, they said one thing, and as it's turned out and shifted, it's a little something different. It's not quite what they said. I think like the Head Start is a perfect example of this. A 3-day Head Start. Now it's like, well, it's a 3-day Head Start, but only on certain servers.
Well, that's always been a thing. That's always been something.
It was brought up pretty early on.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Early on.
But definitely after backing. It wasn't brought up during backing.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was,
yeah,
because
sure.
no pay to win was one of their was something he's always talked about, and I'm pretty sure that was one of the first things people noticed was early start gives you an advantage. So he cleared that up. I want to say pretty early. It's been a long time.
I want to say it was probably the first interview with Des Proxy. It was it was definitely one of the times where they were interviewing a content creator, and they content creators could ask questions. They brought up the fact that people were considering the Head Start to pay to win. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah. No, they definitely did bring it up. I've literally just got the Kickstarter page up, and it's clear as day there on the FAQ. In terms of the pack itself, the only major thing I think that I'd be worried about is obviously with the $500 pack, you had the lifetime subscription.
We're not talking. You gotta separate.
Well, no, if they offered the 500 pack again, if they offered the $500 pack again,
there was a $500 store pack after the Kickstarter, and that's kind of what we're talking about. After the Kickstarter in summers, there was $500 store packs, and that's what had Alpha 1. When he stopped selling them, I think a year later, that's when he took out Alpha 1, he dropped the store pack price to $375, I think it was.
Yeah, $375.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking about, because the only, I mean, I don't see. I was a little bit upset because I bought into the pack because I assumed that they wouldn't come back. But in Steven's defense, he never clearly said that they would never come back. But when that whole situation happened, I think we talked about this on this podcast before, is from now on everything that Trevin says has to be dissected under a microscope, the phrasing and everything, which
I think we're on the pricing now instead of it coming back.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm getting there. So now, if they bring it back, it's either just Alpha 1 access for that 1 month, but I don't know why you would buy that. So that doesn't make sense for me from a marketing standpoint, buying something that's time limited, unless it's like only $10 or $12. Like it's 30 days. It's a month period of testing. So you're pretty much paying 1 month of subscription, or you're bringing back the full $500 pack, which I don't think a lot of people, even at this state, will buy that not have already bought.
Have you looked at pricings for like third party transfers of pricings for Alpha 1 pack, like Alpha 1 Kickstarter pack?
How many of those are getting sold?
That's a lot.
Where's DA? We need DA here.
No, the point that I want to make is if their main goal is to get more people into testing, the smartest thing to do would be to offer upgrades for existing account holders that already have access to Beta 2, Beta 1, Alpha 2. Let them upgrade to Alpha 1, or sell limited time access for like $12, $10 to $12.
I don't think they're gonna do. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, are you talking about so if somebody's bought somebody came on with this big influencer pop that we saw over the summer, they bought their $375 pack, they drank the Kool-Aid. Now you're saying for $125 they can add on.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, do you think it should be more than $125? Because they are kind of late adopters. That would be like offering up Bitcoin today at $300.
But there is no difference in value between what I bought 3 years ago to what they would buy now.
But I agree there's no difference in value, but they're closer to the end product. So is there should they be paying more than you did because you were an early adopter?
I kind of agree, but I just feel like $125 or whatever it is already a lot to just get access to Alpha 1, which is like a few weekends and a month test.
Aren't there other benefits compared to
there's a few from from the 375 pack to the Alpha 1 pack to the full 500 Alpha 1 pack, you get like the Alpha 1, and then you get a couple embers. You already have all the
the cosmetics.
The cosmetics.
all the cosmetics.
I have to agree with Fane because we're not that close to the end product yet. You're still talking about Alpha. We're still at Alpha 1 at the very beginning of it. They haven't seen anything.
We're talking about.
Blind.
So we're talking about.
So here's how I see it right now. Okay, let me just throw this out because it's my point of view. If they bring back Alpha 1 Access and they want to do the $500 packs, there should be no difference between the pack that you can buy now and the pack that I bought 3 years ago, because I'm not in Alpha 1 right now. So there is no difference between if I would buy it now or 3 years ago. Because I'm not in Alpha. What they're doing right now is a preview testing. This is not Alpha 1. This is preview testing, right? Which is under NDA, which we cannot talk about. So if you buy the $500 pack now, you pretty much buy the same thing I bought 3 years ago, just with different cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
People would. I'm not arguing in this. I'm just playing a devil's advocate here. But people would argue that you're still playing, like you bought and you're getting access to those earlier testings.
I mean, they do miss out on a couple testings. They missed out on December.
Yeah,
they will most likely miss out on February. They will probably be getting in right before the week in March and then the month in April.
Yeah.
I agree with
And
that, but those
possible testings after that.
Those testings are not labeled. Those testings are not labeled as Alpha 1. So from a terminology, from that point of view, there is no false information. So you cannot argue that. It even says it on the thing. It's pre-alpha testing. It's not alpha testing. It's pre-alpha testing.
All right. So from a marketing standpoint, you could take that stance, but but people are still going to be angry and argue about that. Like you're not going to make people happy. You're not going to make everybody happy with that.
Of course, you're never going to make anybody happy.
I mean, I guess it is. It does say the only true Alpha 1 testing is the April through May.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But once again, this gets into interpreting Intrepid. Steven had said we'll get you Alpha 1 information and Alpha 1 testing by the end of fall, and it was literally the last day of fall that these things started coming in, and then it was titled pre-alpha. So you can kind of move it to be whatever you wanted it to be, and Intrepid could do that.
Yeah.
Well, especially
no, they can't
sales.
Because remember those Alpha 1 keys that they gave out for the Gore contest and the Extra Life live stream? Those keys are for the non-NDA Alpha preview in March and for the main Alpha 1 in April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They don't have
access to those two. Yeah. So if you suddenly started selling Alpha keys, but they were only for the April Alpha 1, that's a shitstorm waiting to happen. So I think if you were going to do it, you'd have to make it the same as for those Alpha 1 keys that were given out during Extra Life.
Well, and you'd probably have to create some sort of framework, because it has been hinted that there are potential Alpha 1 spot tests post this large month-long Alpha 1. So that would be a way to sell it.
These are the 4 big tests they're trying to hardcore hit. There's hints and chances that we'll get testing after this month-long test also, but the big month-long one is the one they want to hit and want to make sure that we hit.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how they do it, somebody's not going to be happy. I think we can agree on that.
Of course.
That's pretty much a given, but it depends on how much people they want in on this. So the barrier of entry would differ on each. Like if they want people to just test Alpha 1, they would make it like a $15 type of deal and let a lot of people come into the test.
That would piss people off. Like do not sell Alpha 1 by itself. Yeah, I know that. Do not do that. People do not sell Alpha 1 just by itself, because there's imagine everyone that bought a package saying, "Oh, I just want to buy Alpha 1," but they were forced to buy that $500 package. If you go back and sell just a $15 Alpha 1 pack, you're gonna piss everybody that bought a $500 pack.
Why?
Well, not only that, it's also. I mean, we also have to be careful for the people who bought the $375 packs, assuming that they can only get Alpha 2.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's also on them. They made this commitment, and if they did it for the testing, we have to make sure that
you have to make it part of the pack. Either So I bring it back. I do a twofold. Have an upgrade pack for everyone that has like how you did before. You can upgrade into the Alpha one, bring it up to the full $500, and I bring back the $500 store pack, so people can buy just the $500 store pack for whatever cosmetic is up for that month. If
with
you want
all the
to,
certain benefits,
what?
with all the benefits that comes with the 500 packs, or no?
You're buying the cosmetics. You're buying all that stuff. You're buying
The
Alpha
lifetime
one, buying
subscription and everything.
not
Yeah.
lifetime subscription. Only store pack. Only store pack.
Okay.
Not the $500 Kickstarter. The $500 store pack.
Okay. Gotcha.
You're buying the Alpha 1 betas, you're buying all those keys, you're buying all the embers, but you're also getting Alpha 1. That's how the store pack was before. Bring it back like that. Or if you don't want to bring back the store pack $500, just allow people allow people to upgrade. Just allow all previous owners to upgrade.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
they do
just
have
gonna...
that kind of framework already. The upgrade framework is in there. You could just add, hey, if you have a 375 pack, you can upgrade for 125. You could probably even get away with 150, and people would spend it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they would bring back the Intrepid store pack, which is the pack that I bought, and they would bring it back cheaper, I guess I would be a little bit pissed because why? Okay, I had a couple of testing phases, but not.
I'm not saying bring it back cheaper. I'm just saying bring it back full price.
Yeah, I mean,
it needs to be 500. It needs to be at least 500,
at
if
least.
not more. If not more.
it'd be nice if they gave something to the people who bought in pre-Alpha 1 after all the bullshit happened. Because we had like a pretty rocky thing happen after they stopped selling the Alpha 1 packs.
They're saying more because it's a safer buy now than it was back in 2017 and 18 when people originally bought it. Because it's a safer buy, that's why they're saying more. I don't necessarily agree with that. I would still say
I agree with the idea. I just think more for just Alpha 1 is like that's.
I mean, I agree that they won't. I don't think they will. I think they could. If they did it more, I think they absolutely could, because it's just like any other investment. If you get in late, you're paying more for whatever.
I mean, realistically, they could offer whatever price they wanted, and people will buy it. We know this. So they could offer it for 1,000, for God's sake, and people will buy it. So
I mean, okay, let me add this. If the idea behind this is just to, whoever wants to buy in can buy in, but there's no real benefit to Intrepid, they just want to offer it because they can offer it, then yeah, make it more expensive, make it like whatever, make it like same price, more price, whatever. Just don't make it cheaper, because if you make it cheaper, people that bought the $500 pack would be a little bit pissed because we paid 500, and now you're offering the same thing for less.
There's 0% it'll be cheaper.
Exactly.
I think that you'll have to upgrade to the 375 pack and then upgrade above that. There's no chance they'll make it cheaper. They've already dealt with enough bad PR over the whole life cycle of this game, between APOC, between all this stuff. So, there's no way it'll be cheaper.
So if that's their goal, if they are just now in a position where they can offer it, but they don't need to offer it, they're just like, hey, cheers to the community. If you guys want to upgrade, if you want to buy in, then let me finish. Silence. That's fine. That's okay. But if they are in need of more people to test, if they need more people for testing, then offering something else besides the full price pack, I know, like I said earlier, maybe just like a 1 month subscription for testing. I think more people would buy that than upgrading or buying a $500 pack.
I was just going to say, it's like you're going to get way too many people if you do that for too cheap. I think you at least need to start with the high barrier of entry and then see where you're at. You
bring back just Alpha 1, you're going to piss way too many people off. If you're bringing back the store pack and you're still like, oh, we need more people for testing, then do giveaways. Like they did giveaways before. That's fine. Like giveaways, I'm fine with. But that
how many? Wait. Okay. How many keys do you think they're gonna give away?
I don't know. And
I would think they should give away as many keys as they need, people.
It's like giving it out for free at this point.
I know, that was my argument before. That was my argument before, is giving out. You don't want to give it up for free. And I bring it back to the store first. See how it does. If you still need more numbers after that, that's their choice. Like, that's saying, oh, our store pack isn't bringing in as many numbers as we need. We're going to start giving away some key. I'm gonna start doing some giveaway keys for a community. Disguise it however you need to. Like say, oh, we're just doing some cool things for the community. This. Fucking art contest. Yada yada yada.
I mean, hey, if they want to give us like, I don't know, like 50 keys, I'm sure we can make use of that. Just throwing it out in the universe.
Anytime, Steven. Just let us know.
I Steven, trust me, I will get those keys. I will make so much content. There's costume contests. I'm gonna have a Faisal impersonation contest.
God damn it, CJ.
Somebody get me a blanket.
All right.
But I think the biggest issue there is also the turnaround, right? Because we're talking about February 22nd to March. What is it? Anyone off the top of their head? Anyone looking at it?
March 19th is when it starts.
March 19th. So you're talking about essentially 3.5, 4 weeks. I think it's going to be hard to judge how many upgrades you're going to sell and how many of those people are actually going to show up.
That's another.
Well, I assume anyone who would upgrade would show up. So if they properly hype it up and then it goes, I feel like you'd have that burst of sales, and then you'll see where people are.
For that first non-NDA one, you are gonna have like if you're gonna upgrade, if you're gonna buy the Alpha 1 upgrade, why would you not pay for that? Play the Alpha 1. Number one. Number two, you have a lot of people that are trying to become like content creators for Ashes Creation. They're gonna try try to be the first ones into that Alpha 1 test, in non-NDA Alpha 1 test, and just like stream as much as they fucking want.
It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So, do we have final thoughts? We've been on this for about half an hour.
Bring it back. Bring it back. If you're gonna bring it back full price as part of the pack, as part of the store package, not the Kickstarter package, store package. Upgrades for existing packages, and then the $500 buy-in package. I think that was the thing that was agreed upon by everybody.
Yeah.
BCG, what do you want?
50 free keys.
Yeah, 50 free keys. That would be nice. 50 free keys. Now, well, I just don't do something like weird. You know, something like that. That's nobody understands why. So if you want to bring back the pack, like Yoni said, bring them back full price like you did before. We're talking about the Intrepid store packs. Don't do some special weird thing. And if you do a special weird thing, give it like reasoning behind it. I think that's all you can ask for. And even that would be too much.
Faisal?
Oof. I would, if they're going to bring it back, I guess they have to put it on the original price tag, so it would lessen the damage or the amount of people that would be mad. I can only see it becomes cheaper if they didn't give out the same benefits as those packs. Like, remove all the cosmetics and everything, maybe it becomes a little bit cheaper. I think that's okay.
I don't think they can bring it back like that though.
Why? Question mark.
Because people bought the previous packs.
Yeah.
Only wanting specific things. People only wanted to buy Alpha 1, Alpha 2, but they had to buy the cosmetics. If you bring back this one and say, here's just Alpha 1, and you can you just buy Alpha 1. You don't have to buy all the embers. You don't have to buy all the cosmetics. You just get to buy Alpha 1. You're gonna piss off everybody that had to buy all that other extra stuff.
I don't know. I mean, look, the only thing that's pissing me off is that we have a lot of backers for this project. It's not that we don't, but we don't have the numbers for testing at this point.
We don't know that. That is us assuming, because according to Intrepid, they had a lot of people testing, a lot of information, and they learned a lot of things. So I don't think if
they needed more, clearly it's not enough.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the mentality they're in. I think the mentality now is, isn't like, oh, we need more people testing. I think the mentality is, we're in a place we like for our testing and serviceability. We're just gonna let people buy in, like let people that want to play the game buy in and play the game. I think that's the mentality you got to look at it.
Exactly.
I need more people. I need more numbers in my test.
I guess I don't know.
Fane?
And
sorry, I'm trying to like get us. I mean, I think we're going in circles.
I know.
We are.
Alright.
Indeed.
So, Steven, bring back the pack, bring back Alpha 1 access, charge whatever you want for it as long as it gets the total to more than $500. The stock market's up, make some money, everyone's going to buy in, it's totally fine.
Missed.
I don't really mind what they do as long as they don't bring a PR nightmare down on our heads.
I mean, they have
community management.
Don't they have PI, and PI is like super
PR.
informative. No, PI. I'm talking about fucking PI because
I agree with Mist mostly.
Yeah.
Because
No,
I'm the poor sod who has to deal with that.
Yeah, I just would want them to make sure they're thinking about their previous pack holders, especially the ones who bought in when they thought that Alpha. I think there were people who assumed that the last time they sold Alpha 1 was the last chance they would get in. So just be nice to those people, whatever solution they come up with.
Be nice. Be nice.
Be nice.
All right, next topic, Yoni. What we got? What do we want to talk about?
We got the January live stream. You got January cosmetics. You got the dev discussion, which is still going on. The next one's something else. We'll talk about that when it comes out. You got server merging. You got the Steven leaks that came out today or yesterday after the live stream.
Big one.
Oh, let's just talk about the fucking live stream. It was like the most relevant thing we can talk about.
All right. Bacon is awesome. Got nothing else to say.
So in the live stream, they mentioned that they were going to bring back the February the Alpha 1 cosmetics.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I was just being a dick. I'm just trying to bring it back to that. Just to be a dick. I'm kidding.
They talked about a bunch of new hires and how they're going to be like bringing up more jobs on the listing. How the community's helping out with like promoting that stuff and that environment. We took a look at the environment, a lot of environment stuff. They had Bacon on the live stream talking about it and how they're going to have like in the current alpha test, you have 4 biomes. They're currently working on the jungle biome. They plan for the full game to have 20 different biomes. Website's getting upgraded. We got a sneak peek of that.
That's the big thing for me, the website getting upgraded. It's long overdue, honestly.
Really? I kind of like the current one. Oh, everybody's having a problem with the website. I like the website.
Well, it'd be nice if it had,
Really?
like, some information about the game.
Uh-huh.
It's simple.
So
it's
instead of
clean.
just
You
referring
like
everyone
having
to
all the decent
Lux's-
information in a little tiny box right down at the bottom of the screen where it says FAQ and support.
Yeah.
You like that? Okay, fine.
Here's what you need to understand. You have to think about it like this. If there's no real information on the website, where do people go? They go to YouTube channels.
No, they go to the wiki because that's where the information is.
Missed.
Or they come on the Discord and ask questions.
And there you go. Do your job as
It's
a
either the
moderator.
Discord or YouTube. Then they go to the wiki.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, yeah, new website. I'm more interested in when do we get the new content creator program.
I imagine that'll probably be up sometime after the website. Margaret's been talking about the new content creator program. She said she wants to get the website upgraded first. There's a lot of things that she's been waiting for the website to get upgraded first. So hopefully after this, next thing we tackle is probably going to be the new content creator program. No,
Well, and I think they want to get through those alphas before they put that really solidly, because they're going to want to look at the content that's being put out there through these non-NDA alphas. And they're going to say, okay, we do want this person to represent our brand. We don't want this person to represent our brand. If someone's streaming Ashes and just like smoking weed and drinking and cursing up a storm, that's not necessarily someone they want tied to their brand.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be that picky about it, to be honest.
I think that, if you're going to have like 1,000 people applying, I think you're going to look at like how many views they actually have.
Yeah.
Like originally it wasn't that
Let me put it this way: before
selective.
the lazy peon video, you didn't need more than like 2 hands to count the active content creators. Let me put this out there. This is not an insult to anybody that started. That's just a fact. Before the Lazy Peon video, there was only a hand of us that made content on a regular basis. So now with Peon, Asmongold, Summit 1G, Tim the Tapman, Shroud, I don't know who the swear word else.
All the big ones.
All the big ones, they will dip into Ash of Creation at Alpha 1. So the smart thing...
Will they be official content creators, though? I don't think any of those big guys will be.
No. I'm getting there. So when you get Alpha 1 access and you have all these big guys, then Ashes is going to spread like a wildfire. At that point, you want to have Alpha 1 access up because, hey, maybe somebody wants to buy into, like, stream for 3 more weeks, like a week after Alpha 1 started. And at that point, after that is done, you want to make sure you have a content creator program running because at that point, more people than even now will look into Ashes and make content for it and apply it for a content creator program if there is one. And then you can just be like, really pick him. Like, yeah, I like you. No, I don't like you so much. You're a little bit too salty. You go there. No, you go there. I like you.
We're getting off topic.
That's the way I would do it.
We're getting off topic.
Okay.
But that's the whole thing about this podcast.
Sorry, I didn't actually see the preview.
Yeah, we took hires, environment. We saw the Corvus Corpor costume. We saw sneak peeks of that before, but now we saw it in game with Bacon running around in it. That's the Plague Doctor one.
The one from Halloween 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep. Then we had we saw a bunch of like the 3 plants. We saw the new the Thunderbird that I really love. That's been my main gliding mount. We saw boats for the first time. We guys got a sneak peek of this before, but like they showed it in stream 2. They're starting to work on boats.
We saw a mesh of a boat.
Yes, but it's the first sign of boats we've seen since like the beginning of Ash's period, like other than the naval caravans. But this is the first time we've actually seen like one of the cosmetics brought in game as a boat. This is the first time we've seen that.
Yeah.
First thing more than just concept art.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Here's a question. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why... I find the order of which we see these cosmetics, I find the order a little bit weird.
I think the way they do it is it's more about like they have a catalog and the artists are free to just take what they want and make it. Yeah. And that's nice for an artist just because they're not just pressured to make something just to make it. They're able to be like, okay, this looks neat. I have an idea of how I'd make it. So they start developing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I assume that. I don't know.
That's how they explained it. Is like, hey, these guys, our artists just make it when they feel like making it. We also saw look like female elf hair. Well, she like a female elf model. She spun around. You saw the long hair and the armor and the green clothes. You saw dwarf armor. You saw the 3D render of the timeless terrapin.
Oh, are you talking about the trash can on 2 legs?
The turtle?
No, like the trash can with the blonde hair and the pointy ears.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, you're making it. Okay.
I hate elves. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
We're not starting about it. I'm not starting. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, let's not start the race war. We'll have the Tolnar haters here in no time.
Oh yeah.
I like the turtle. I like how the turtle kind of took the cool parts of what I liked about the Shell of the Ancients and is like even cooler. So
can I say something?
I hope I bought that. I don't know if I did.
No, BCB, you're not allowed.
No,
Sorry.
I'm gonna say something now. I didn't buy that, and I regret it now. And I went back and I checked out the podcast that we had and we talked about it, and I heard the reason why I didn't buy it. was freaking mushrooms.
Well, the pack was a lot of mushrooms.
And now if I would have known, it would have like I don't see mushrooms on there now. Period.
I'm sure they'll show up or something.
Right? And
It was the bioluminescent mushrooms. It was like all over everything.
Exactly, and I don't see those now. So
you'll see them when they start adding the.
It is straight up just Torterra from Pokemon in my favorite Pokemon, my favorite starter Pokemon to be precise, Torterra in Ash's Creation. And I said that when it came out as cosmetic, and I say it now. And the thing you guys are saying about how you were disappointed that you didn't buy it when you bought it, that's a thing that's been going on for like since the
beginning
Pangolin. The Pangolin when we first started getting 3D in-game renders of animals and cosmetics of like what they look
because
like.
they started looking better than the concept art. It wasn't like a thing where we actually like. I feel when I look at concept art, I usually assume it's going to look worse, and we're getting stuff that's better, which is glorious. But I just didn't expect it.
All props to the animators on that one.
Yeah,
and the 3D renderers.
That thing
they do so much work. I was on a side note, little tangent. I was actually going through and watching some of the very old footage, like the making of the Courier, the making of the Daystrider, etc. All those videos that they put out, and just looking at the amount of detail that they put in while rendering it into 3D is just mind blowing. Absolutely staggering. It's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Something that. All right, go first.
There's a thing to this, though. Like you're saying that everyone's saying that they're disappointed that they didn't buy the cosmetics. There's also the thought process of different version of this animal will be available in the world to like capture or tame. They were when they were showing off the 3D render of the bird. They were like, add it when it finally gets added into the world, and you see like its attack animations and stuff like that. It's like, is it just we had animal? Like, are most of the animals that we're seeing are we gonna be able to tame them? Are we gonna be able to tame different versions of them in the world? Am I gonna be able to get a timeless Terrapin? Like, is McStacker's gonna be able to get a timeless Terrapin since he didn't buy it? Go out in the world and capture it. Are they gonna be out in the world and we can see variations of them, but we can't capture them? Are some monsters just not capturable? But we're still gonna see like all of these monsters. Like if we're seeing all these animals from the pets and the mounts as I
mean, you're gonna see them in game.
You're gonna see them in game.
I'm pretty sure about the turtle. I have the turtle.
You have the turtle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the turtle.
Cool. I buy all the turtles. I love the fuck out of turtles. So I always buy turtles.
Where are you getting with this, Yoni?
I'm saying, like, it's the argument we've had for a while now. Are you gonna be able to get this cosmetic item in game?
Not the specific one.
Well, you won't be able to do that. I imagine that turtle exists in game. I mean, part of the reason they had these cosmetics are to build assets for things in the game. So I imagine this turtle, it might not have like the cool tree growing out the top of it and some other aspects of it, but like I imagine the base turtle is in the game.
I imagine the base turtle's in the game. I imagine you'll probably see different versions of the like. I imagine
kind of like the bears.
I don't. We'll get to that in a second. We will get to that in a second. When we get to the cosmetics, we'll get to that. You'll probably see a timeless Terrapin with a fucking Sakura tree on the back, like green blossoms on the back of its thing or something. I don't know.
I would love that. That'd be amazing. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it changes with the seasons. Maybe.
I don't think this one will change with the seasons. I do not think this one will do it. I think you'll probably see a version of it in game, and you'll probably capture that. My thing with the mount cosmetics is you're buying this cosmetic, and my thought process is like you're buying because of ways they've explained it before. You're buying the cosmetic, but you're not buying that mount. You're just throwing that. You buying a permanent version of that. Instead of like, I have to capture it and breed it and blah blah blah. I can turn my thing into this version that I want all the time.
Yeah, but it only looks like it. But it might not do what the tamed version does. It only looks like it.
Yes, it's going to look like it. So you're buying the cosmetic, you're not buying the actual animal.
Yeah.
So you can still but my thought process is probably you can still tame the actual animal in game.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you'll have to, right? Because you'll have to have a turtle mount to be able to put that turtle skin on it, right?
No. I've had discussions before. And from what they've said is like, because it's a land mount skin, you can just put it on any land mount. You don't have to put it on specifically turtle mounts.
on
No,
But
any land
turtle
mount.
isn't a land mount,
Yes.
is it?
This is a land mount, yeah.
Yeah, the turtles are. It's not necessarily the same as the snapper, which is
Yeah.
the
It's not the
aquatic.
tide snapper. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
okay,
you
fine.
could actually put this on like a really fast horse, and that would be the funniest thing.
Just turtle.
We've had that discussion before, and we had a discussion before about like if you put the timeless terrapin mount on a fast horse, or like some like put any other skin on another thing, is that count as a pay to win thing?
mean,
And I don't want to go into that now.
No.
We've had that
We can ask this really quick. Didn't they say in during the live stream as well when they were talking about the freaking bird that this is a tier 2 whatever mount?
It's a gliding mount,
A gliding
but it
mount,
upgrades
exactly.
into a like you can throw
No,
it.
you can throw it. You can throw it on a royal mount. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking my process also was I have a shit ton of gliding mounts with wings and whatever. So I always, went with the assumption that I can put that on any sort of mount, period, that fits a certain criteria. If I could only put the dragon skin mount that we got from playing Apocalypse on a dragon, then yeah, I probably will never be able to use it. So
You
now
can put on gliding, I'm pretty sure.
exactly. So anything that
Yeah.
goes on a gliding mount now, that makes more sense. Because if you only are able to put a turtle skin on a turtle mount, that would handicap you so hard, and people would get so pissed because that was on the description when they bought it. So
I've had arguments on both sides. I've argued both sides before. I
I
had
know
to
you like to argue when it comes to skins and bears and
But-
cosmetics.
yeah.
Anything else you guys saw on the live stream you want to talk about? Bane?
The only thing is obviously right at the beginning when Steven said, yeah, about the dev discussion, the login rewards, and he was honestly surprised about the reaction. He didn't realize that there was such a stigma around login rewards. So
We can set. That's a good segue into the actual dev discussion.
Okay, we can talk about
all
that.
planned, of course. Just I got you.
I got nothing
you.
nice to say about that. I got nothing nice to say about that. That's why I didn't comment on it. I didn't say anything about it because if you have a subscription-based game, you don't need fucking login rewards. People are paying to play your game. No need, it doesn't make any sense.
The way he saw it was he saw it as something he could give to casuals, where they're like at least getting something for logging in and playing the game. It wasn't necessarily for like the hardcore players. So I feel like that's something worth mentioning.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's needed in a subscription-based game. Login rewards.
It's not needed, but he just wanted to give something to them.
He's already giving enough. You don't have to pay for the game. You only have to pay for your subscription. There you go.
Yeah, but you still want you still want concurrency on your servers, and
Yeah,
you still
true.
want people to form that habit. And the way other games do that is dailies. I have to log in and do my dailies.
Yeah.
I have to make progress towards my weeklies. The login reward does the same thing without forcing a grind in an area that somebody maybe doesn't like to do.
Well, there's a difference. I think there's a difference because I log in, get my reward, I log off. 5 minutes max.
Yeah, but
with
usually if
dailies-
you log in, there's probably, well, I logged in, I might as well do this, or I might as well do that. I might as well.
It still forces that habit and reinforces that habit of, okay, I'm logging into Ashes of Creation today. Oh, I'm going to remain subbed because I need to log in. And even if I can't really play this month, I still want to remain subbed and get that $15 for it so that I can get whatever the login reward of the month is.
Okay, so there's something like login rewards right now on World of Warcraft. It's not really login rewards, but it's something similar where I only log in, do something for like 10 seconds, and I log off. Doesn't make me play the rest of the game. Like in World of Warcraft and Shadowlands, you got your, what's it called? The fucking...
The callings?
The callings, whatever. And
That's a daily quest!
No, not the
You have to
callings.
go around
No,
and
not
literally do
not the callings. The freaking war table thing.
I think
you can do
still,
that. You can do that by your phone. That's like a mobile thing.
Exactly. I log in, do it real quick, done. It's the same thing with login rewards. I don't think login rewards, from my point of view, are always like an incentive in free-to-play games for people to come in, play the game, and after they log in, you know, like, hey, this is new. Buy this kitty cat for $15. Da-da-da, banner commercial. And then, you know, have to escape out of it. You know, it's more like of an incentive to get people into the game with a chance of making them stay longer and, you know, play your game and spend money.
it's a lot. It's like Daily Quest, except a lot less like
It's not a quest.
Awful to do. I know. I'm saying.
Well, it
login
serves a similar
rewards,
purpose, though.
serve
Yeah.
a similar purpose to daily quest. Is what I was saying.
Well, daily quest. You see, I disagree.
Although daily quests I felt were kind
They're a
of
lot
made more
worse.
as a gating mechanic as opposed to getting people to log
Exactly.
in. It was more to like
Depends
control
on
how
the game.
fast.
Yeah,
Depends on the
depends
game.
on the
Yes.
Depends on the game. If you're talking Arc Age, 100%. Like Arc Age, you have to do the daily quest, and that's just daily quest all day long.
In regards
Yeah.
to
3
gating,
hours of daily quests.
like in World of Warcraft, if you wanna farm honor with a faction or whatever, and most of the time you have to do daily quests. That's World of Warcraft's way of gating people and making sure they come back day after day after day. Because most people, if there would be a way for you to constantly farm honor with a faction, most people would have every faction maxed out by the end of the week. So it is daily quests. I don't think daily quests and login rewards are on the same thing. Daily quest for me is more of a gameplay mechanic, and login rewards is more of a player incentive to play.
Okay, I can agree with that. It blocks you off from progressing too fast. Like daily quest blocks you off from progressing too fast.
Exactly.
And you have to log in every day.
So
whereas daily quest give you a trick incentive to force you to log in every day.
So here's the thing with because them already talking about login rewards right now. That's for me doesn't display. Let me finish. Let me finish. Doesn't display like a really good picture, because if you believe in your product, you don't need login rewards. The only way I think they could do login rewards, which I think is fair and a fun thing to do, is do like event login rewards. Like, I don't know, the festival of the sandal for 1 week. Every time you log in, you get 5 sandal tokens, and at the end of the week, you can buy a special sandal pet or whatever. That would be like special things, during certain times of the year, which would be a fun thing to do instead of having daily logins. Because at a certain point, if somebody doesn't want to play your game and he hasn't really played it for a long period of time, you can have as many login rewards as possible. He's still not going to play your game. But he might come back if you have special login rewards once or twice a year.
Just to specify for this. All right, so the login rewards. The reason it's a topic of discussion this week is because it was brought up in last month's the end of December live stream or something like that, and Steven had told Toast, hey, let's have this be the next thing. And then he did go in to specify it would not be this gives me in-game incentives. This is purely, I get this small little thing that builds up to me getting cosmetics. Specifically cosmetics. So that's just me clarifying Steven's thought process on this. I can go deeper into actually telling you what's written on the dev discussion if you want, but
yeah, we had a long discussion about this on one of my streams, and we were talking about what would be fair, because you don't want to offer actual cosmetics. I think that requires so many cosmetics to be pumped out on a monthly basis. So, because not only are you putting cosmetics in the store, but you're also putting cosmetics in for this like login request. Here's a thought. What if you were awarded embers based on a certain amount of days? So you got 40 embers for logging in 5 days in a month. You got 100 for logging in 15, et cetera, et cetera. And that way the free-to-play players, or the people that can only really afford a sub or only want to commit a sub, aren't completely left out of the cash shop thing, because maybe after 3 or 4 months they could buy themselves a $10 horse out of the cash shop with embers.
I think the mentality that Steven was going for is something that it's not you're getting embers, but you're getting something that is the equivalent of embers. Like you're getting cosmetic coins. It's not embers, but it's cosmetic coins. So because embers, I think, can be transferred also to your subscription and other things that are in the purely cosmetic shop. But with these cosmetic coins, you're purely buying the cosmetic that's available that month. You're not getting a brand new, a separate login reward cosmetic.
Why don't they do not login rewards, but rewards based on time played?
I think that's also a lore. That'd be a lore saying, oh, hey, here, you want this reward, play this much of my game.
Yeah,
That
but make
means
it
probably-
make it like insane amounts of like time. Like make it
Like,
Then people just
Warframe.
AFK log in and they have a little macro that spams their W button every 10 minutes.
That's not a fix to the solution.
Well, Warframe just has it by day. I think it's like every day you log in, it counts, and then at like 800 days you get like the cool sword.
They do daily logins.
But yeah, daily logins.
Nope.
But Steven did say in this current live stream that they've read the discussion forums, and they know like people have argued the same thing we've argued. Said like they've argued both sides of the thing, and then like Steven's like, I didn't fully understand like the stigma that goes with login rewards, and so we'll probably think of something else besides daily login rewards that give that same kind of thing that he was trying to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, someone for being rewarded even if they can't spend a lot of time in game.
Yeah, but you do want to encourage people to be there. That's the overall arcing, whether you're talking login rewards or dailies. You do want to encourage people to be in your game because if you want your servers to be populated. If your servers aren't populated, they start to feel really dead.
Yeah, but honestly,
But that depends also on the rewards themselves. Like if you give really bad rewards, they're not gonna come in for them. And if you put really good rewards, it's either pay to win or it could be cosmetics, which they'll be basically losing money on since Ashes of Creation is barely making
Well,
money.
I mean, they'll lose some, but like as Fane said, if it was it was stretched out over a decent amount of time, would it really be that big of a deal if it was like several months and you could maybe afford like one of the cheaper cosmetics? I feel like that would keep population, that would help population positively. I don't know how much.
I think his idea, like Steven's idea, was like, oh, you log in each day of this month, then you'd have enough by the end of the month to buy that month's cosmetics.
Steven's idea was you log in, and based off how many times you log in, it was like if you I think he said 30 days. I think that's a little high, but if you logged in 30 days, you'd have enough tokens to buy that month's cosmetic or something like that.
I mean, a different way he can do it is basically how many times you subscribe. Like, let's say you've been subscribing for 10 months. That's when you give him a reward. They can do it like Twitch in a sense.
Like the veteran reward system, kind of.
Birthday rewards, veteran reward, like they've been called different things. It's the same thing. Like, oh, I've been a member of this account for 1 full year. I get a birthday reward.
The difference is, Yokai, is that there's nothing binding you to this game. Like, you need, like, for average people that go to work, they can go to work and don't keep constantly thinking about the game because it's stressful in a sense. Like, I have multiple friends where they tell me that, okay, yeah, with daily rewards, okay, I need to hop on in this game, do it, then go out. Or at least log in, do it, then log out.
I agree with that. I'm not arguing against that. And plus, like, for that mentality thing, I think most people get that from just the subscription. Oh, I'm paying for this, so I have to play it.
I need to get my values out of my $15 a month. I need to get value out of that.
Yeah.
This is just like, hey, this is a little bit of extra because you've been sticking around,
Yeah, I know. I think we're all in the same agreement for this. We can move on to the next topic.
Before we do, if I may, I don't believe that Ashes will need any kind of login rewards or daily quests. The mere act of, like, the game is designed where you don't need it because of the node system. Like, if you don't log in regularly and contribute to the node, there's a good chance that your node is going to get de-leveled or destroyed. So
100%.
you already have that incentive to log in and contribute to the node.
100% agree. This was just Steven wanting to give people a chance, like something cool for logging in. He wasn't trying to like.
Yeah, but what would be something cool?
Cool cosmetic, just cosmetics. He literally said it would just be cosmetics.
That's a slippery slope, though, even with just cosmetics. Because the way the world works now is that social standing is so important, and that stems from from cosmetics. That's why you've got kids that are bullied because they haven't got the paid Fortnite skins.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
If you use the
We
default
cannot
skins in
control.
Fortnite, you're gonna get bullied for it.
What do
We
they call-
cannot control the middle school schoolyard.
No. That's kind of what
No,
are they
it's
called?
a
What are
real
they called?
thing. There's documented cases of it.
What are they called?
Listen,
No,
I
no
think-
Skinner. They're called no Skinners. No,
I
that
think
is
that's-
actually true.
Guys, I have to
I think that's
disagree with
opening
you.
a can of worms we don't want to get into.
But I have to disagree with both of them because at this point it doesn't really matter, does it? Because they're gonna pay for the cosmetics. They're paying for what's it called, a battle pass, regardless in Fortnite, aren't they?
You're gonna have that. If we're gonna have that in Ashes, we're gonna have it anyway. You're gonna have somebody that's like, "Oh, you didn't buy this cosmetic from 2017. You're
Dare you not have my devil skin?
I mean, let's be honest. We talked about this before. Cosmetics at this point, they're already collectives. They're not like anything special. Most of them buy them because
store bought cosmetics. Yeah, if we're talking about like cosmetics
so-
you get in game for doing actual shit, then yeah, those ones will be ones will be more.
Okay, let's just move on because before I go into another whole fucking thing.
I think the next one to talk about that's not like just theory crafty is probably the actual this month's actual cosmetics.
Now, do we have to talk about those?
Yes, because it's going to lead into both a clarification that I'm allowed to talk about from PI.
Wait, but we already talked about it. We already saw the cosmetics last.
Nah, it's the new ones.
That last time they didn't upgrade in time. We didn't talk about this week's also this one's cosmetics. This one's that's the purple ones, and it's gonna both lead into a rant that I have, and it's also gonna lead into some into clarifications that I get from.
Should you be able to say what you heard in PI about the barding?
Yeah, about the barding.
Okay, ladies and
we'll talk
gentlemen,
about
one at a time. Yoni rant. Go on.
No. I gotta get. All right, so this month we got the first time we've ever gotten barding as a cosmetic accessory, like an actual mount barding, and
I don't think so.
We have not gotten mount barding. We've not gotten mount barding before.
I'm pretty sure we have at least gotten a saddle, which I consider barding. But go on.
I don't think we've gotten a saddle, but you can try to look it up, and if you see it, let me know. But I don't think we've already gotten barding before as an accessory. We have gotten animals that are majority barding, which is where my rant will come into. But the question is like, if I have a mount skin, does that barding still? Can I apply the barding to the? Does my cosmetic barding also get applied to the mount? And the clarification is like, originally this was asked in the Discord, and Margaret was like, I don't have a 100% answer to this question, but then I asked it again inside PI. That wasn't a store pack though.
Mm-hmm. That was.
I'm pretty sure this is a store pack.
Yeah, that was from September, October of 18.
Was it? All right. I guess we have gotten a.
We got a saddle.
Oh, we got a saddle then.
But yeah, I mean, most of the time, usually the accessories are like for your character, not your mount. So go on. Sorry.
All right. So, the question is like, do we get does the barding also account? Go on to my cosmetic thing. Steven said yes. You should be able to put all mounts should have a cosmetic slot and a barding slot. You should be able to put the cosmetic barding on your barding, and then that'll put that. And then when you do that, it puts, because it's the cosmetic barding, it puts that style on your on like that style of barding on the mount. So it'll go on your mount, and it'll be in that style. Like it should. There's no problem between like, oh, I have a cosmetic and then I have barding. My question is like mounts that are cosmetic mounts that we're having that are majority barding. Like the Brew Bear and the Oathbreaker Bear.
I knew this was coming up. When you were talking about this, I knew this is what you were talking about. Was because we have two bears, but just different barding.
They're mature. That's all they are. There's nothing special about them. They're bears, but with barding on them. And so my question now is like, what does this change about them? Does it just what does this change about them? They're just bears with barding.
You know,
Like,
maybe Maybe it's like just changing the default barding, which is kind of apparent. It was another chance to buy a bear.
All right, but if I change the Brew Bear's barding, all right, so if I put a barding on the Brew Bear, what does that make it different from any other bear?
It's not
Besides,
going to make it any different.
I mean,
the only difference between the Brew Bear and a regular bear is the fact that it has those barrels on it. If I put another barding on it, it's no longer, it's just a bear with a different kind of barding.
Yoka,
Maybe different animations.
What?
I don't know.
That's one, and two is the same argument why you're buying the cosmetics. It's the exact same thing. You don't change your race or anything. You just buy a cosmetics to look pretty. Same thing with the animal.
So you can make your horse a bear.
So the thing, so first up, this would not be an issue if the Brew Bear would look more like a real grizzly bear. I think that's the issue.
What? No, the issue is it's a regular ass fucking bear with fucking barrels on the side of it. Like it's majority. Like what you're buying is the barding. You're not buying that. Like you're not buying the bear. You're buying the barding to it. Like you're buying the barding. Like that's what you're buying. You're changing your thing. If you put this on a regular ass bear, you're pretty much putting barrel barding on, like a brewing. Barding on it.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, Yoni hates bears. Yoni hates bears.
I don't hate bears. I just don't like what we're getting in terms of bears.
I mean, hey, I said from the start, I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm still a little bit pissed that the Brew Bear, the 3D model, even though it looks really good, does not look anything like the one in the concept art. The concept art, that was a bear that was like thick, big, like
it looked like a giant fat grizzly.
Exactly, big fat grizzly, and we got the skinny freaking hipster, freaking New York, Brooklyn, fucking Starbucks kind of bear.
They were working on bear. So the reason I will go on defending this. The reason we got the Brew Bear, like the Brew Bear 3D render came out almost immediately after the Brew Bear was like brought as a cosmetic. Like same month we got 3D render of it. And the reason because of that is because they were already working on a bear. I'm pretty sure Oathbreaker bear. We saw the first time we saw 3D running animations of an animal inside the game was a bear. Like actual like bear 3D animation, 3D render animations, a whole shebang. We was the first time we ever saw that. And then they come out, and then later on they come out with the Brew Bear. The reason we got the Brew Bear 3D render so fast is because they were already working on the bear. The bear's already there. The bear, they already had the bear. All they had to do was throw on a little bit more onto the bear. It's not as big and bulky as the bear we see here, but it's a bear. It's because all the Brew Bear is a fucking bear. Why we haven't gotten Oathbreaker bear fucking 3D renders in the game?
Plus, they probably already have barrels. So yeah, it's just like putting that cloth. I guess I haven't actually done that on a 3D model, but putting that cloth is probably a lot less effort than actually trying to fit armor to the bear.
So if I put the Vanguard's hammer barding on the Brew Bear, is it no longer the Brew Bear because it no longer has the barrels on it? Is it a bear with different kind of?
That would be hilarious.
Not even just the Vanguard of the hammers, like any other barding on the Brew Bear. Does it or the Oathbreaker bear? Does it no longer become the Oathbreaker bear and no longer become the Brew Bear? Is it just a bear with other kind of barding on it, or does it change the barrels to be in a different kind of style?
Okay, so that is, I assume I can talk about what Steven said. And that's kind of what it sounded. That kind of sounded like what Steven was talking about. He would have to clarify, but it sounded like there'll be a barding. I don't know. There'll be barding on an animal, and then when you apply a barding cosmetic to an animal, it will change the animal's barding to match. Like I feel like he used a term like theme style of the barding that you're applying. So assuming the Brew Bear has its own unique Brew Bear barding, maybe it does just change the Brew Bear to be stylized like the barding.
But why did I pay the full price for the Brew Bear?
So you get barrels by your bear.
No, like okay, so when we bought the Brew Bear skin, that was a mount skin, right?
Yes.
But the reason Yoni is freaking out now or is pissed is because the mount skin looks like just the barding skin, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't care. It's a lot of grizzly bears. So I don't. Whatever.
So what Sagerson said is how Steven explained it, but he explained it with like every other mount. It's not like specifically he was talking about the Brew Bear and the Oathbreaker Bear. My thing specifically right now is like for mounts that are majority already just a regular mount with barding on it. Like you're buying is the barding. How does applying a new barding, not even a cosmetic barding, any other kind of barding, how does that affect the cosmetic that is majority barding?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We will see.
Ben, what's your opinion on this?
Well, I said it in chat. Beer ain't free. You know, you got to pay a little extra because beer's not free. I mean, yeah, it does feel kind of like that talking out of both sides of your mouth thing. It kind of feels a little bit like I totally get your point. I 100% agree. Is that this mount doesn't actually look different enough? It's just barding on a mount. So why is it a mount skin? Why is it not barding? I totally agree with that. I think that makes a lot of sense.
And part of this just might have to do with them making cosmetics with not fully understanding how their system would end up in the future, which is something. I mean, meh. Kind of sucks, really, but it's like, can we blame? Yeah, as you say, we can't really blame them. I mean, it'd be nice if they found something, but I don't know.
So where's the PI leak? You guys, you said something.
No, we just got permission to talk about it from Margaret and Steven. It was a question I asked in PI, and then I got the answer in PI, and I asked Margaret, "Hey, can we talk about it?" And she's posted in PI saying, "Hey, yeah, you can talk about it." The clarification it was that your barding will still work on your cosmetic creatures. It'll be unique to that creature and barding, and then because this cosmetic is the thing, it'll go into that cosmetic style. It won't be like, oh, I'm buying this llama barding, but it only goes on llamas. It'll go on any creature, but it'll be in that creature's like mesh, but it'll be in the style of the cosmetic.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine creatures will. I mean, each creature is going to have its own like cosmetic setup.
Yeah, so. It's the same as how they were explaining how armor would work on a race. Is like each race has like the armor will change depending on the race. It's the same thing for that. That barding will change depending on the animal. But with this, it's like sense. Which with this, it's like if I apply a cosmetic to that barding, it'll just change that barding into the style. Which was that my argument and the thing I was ranting about is the fact that for mounts that are majority barding, what does this do for them?
I mean, nothing, but how much is barding? If you've already got a mount skin, you probably want it to look like that mount, right? So I think barding is a good, cheaper way to allow some people who are going to have just default skins on their mount to actually look decent.
If you have an alligator mount, you think, oh, I put barding on it, it's gonna make this. If like I put like an iron metal barding on it, it looks like an armored alligator. You think that would look badass, and then you put another cosmetic on it, it look even more like people are gonna put barding on their mounts. It's not like it's not something out there. They're probably gonna find whichever barding looks cool or like however they want it. If they don't want a barding, they're gonna find a cosmetic for the barding that makes it look like very minimalistic. Or if they want full armor, it'll look full armor. They're gonna do it how they want to do it. Same with all cosmetics. It's just like the thing is if I'm buying something that's majority barding, how does applying another barding to it? Like if I have a metal saddle that puts armor on my mount and I apply it to the Brew Bear, what does that do to the Brew Bears? Like because it's just a bear. Does the Brew Bear have its own special because it is the Brew Bear? Does it have its own special besides just being a bear? Like am I gonna get the barrels are changing as well? Or is it just a bear and I get the same kind of barding I would get if I put that barding on another bear? Yeah. And another thing is like if I get a bear in game and there's a barrel barding, can I just make the Brew Bear in game, not have to buy the cosmetic?
How do you come up with these questions?
I mean, it's a valid question. The only thing I would say is that maybe the Brew Bear has special animations or something. I don't know, or like special emotes.
No,
Differentiates it from the regular bears.
They've talked about this before, like how they do the 3D renders and how they come up with new monsters is like they'll try to use the 3D skeletons and animations of monsters they've already come up with. The Margaret was talking about like how they were the Thunderbird, how it had so many wings. They were they had in the two-tailed fox. I think they've talked about how we don't have skeletons and animations for things like that. We had to come up with brand new stuff, and they have done that, but they're trying to stick with ones that they don't have to make brand new animations and skeletons with all the time. So this bear probably won't be any. The Timeless Terrapin and the Shell of the Ancients will probably have the same animations and the same skeleton. The bears have the same animations, same skeletons. You're just buying a cosmetic. Which is part of
starting to lose me. To be honest with you, right now you're starting to lose me a little bit.
Which is part of that whole like, I get animations and skeletons thing. That was part of my giant argument about like, if I apply this two-tailed fox or this horse cosmetic to my gigantic elephant or my gigantic turtle, and it changes that turtle to a horse, and it gets the skeleton and animations for that, it does that count as pay to? That was my giant pay to win. Cosmetics are a slightly pay to win argument as well.
How did we get from barring to pay to win now? Sorry, like I'm trying to listen.
No. Wait.
What?
He's essentially talking when you buy let's say a horse cosmetic and you put it, let's say, on a one of the turtle, like you got a turtle and you put that. Yes. You change the size of it to a horse.
Okay.
Now it's a horse.
Okay.
Are we going to go down this again?
We're not talking about fucking hitboxes right now. You're not going to start a fucking conversation about fuck off. Seriously, no.
All right,
let's do it.
Different fucking topic.
Chat, help us out. Chat, come on.
Opinions on the current this month's cosmetics.
Not my style.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Most people loved it. I thought the community's like stance on it was that they loved it. Like especially
Discord is.
I love the armor. The armor and the pet are just amazing. I love them, and the ship. The ship's amazing as well. I really dig the.
I dig the ship. Just not the colors. Just I dig the way the stuff looks.
The colors are amazing. What are you talking about, man?
I don't like the color
I've
scheme.
heard that.
I've
heard that from people too. People say they love the ship, but they don't. But they're not like the people said they love the style of this month's cosmetics, but they're not big on the color. I don't understand why. Most people love purple, but
who do you? Why do you say most people? Who do you know? Like
who doesn't like purple?
I know a lot of people that don't like purple. I don't like purple.
Purple's not even my top 10 favorite colors. I'm not. I'm just saying.
You have a top 10 favorite color. Most people just don't want to.
I want to hear this.
But it's not even in my top 10 favorite colors. I imagine like if you buy this, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to dye it different colors. Although Steven's also talked about, I don't know. How
BCG,
much?
BCG, listen. The color purple is grapes, okay? Grape juice is fucking amazing. Shut the fuck up.
I like carrot juice more, so you go fuck yourself.
I imagine you could definitely. I imagine you could definitely dye the set.
If I can dye it, I'm buying it. But I never heard that we can dye complete like all of the ship colors. I
wasn't aware.
I wouldn't imagine why you wouldn't be like if you're building a custom ship in game. Why wouldn't you be able to put colors on like make the sails a certain color?
I mean the sails, yes, but not the rest of the ship.
You make it out of a different material. Why wouldn't you be able to do that? Like if you're gonna have a class specifically based around like making different kinds of ships, and if Stevens wanted
skin.
But I know this is a skin, but I'm saying like if you can dye a normal ship, why wouldn't you be able to dye the skin? Just put the skin, but you put the skin in
I'm
the art
working in
stuff.
Intrepid. I just think that is a lot of freaking work.
If they have a dyeing system for the armor and stuff like that, I agree. Like I like thinking back on that, like ships are generally ships. You can't really dye the ship. I mean, there's several ship games you can put like.
We'll see. I don't know, like the way they're designing their system, because they started from a very modular approach to like armor, and I assume they'll take that similar approach to ships. So it might end up being just very easy for them, if they do go down that modular route, it might be very easy for them to allow people to just change different colors and stuff.
Armor. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to dye the armor though.
Yeah, the armor, yes, but I like. Okay, I would get armor and I would get sails because Steven said something like you can have custom images in the game. So I would
yes.
yeah. So
Oh yes.
yeah, so I would assume like custom sails and have fucking your little fucking waifu on the fucking sail, making you visible for me so I can come and kill
That
you.
is the best way to be rated in arcade. I don't care what anyone else says.
I understand it, but I just don't think that. Okay, let's take this cosmetic as an example. I don't think I can turn the white wood into a black and change the gold, like the gold stuff.
You probably won't be able to do that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I just.
I mean, there might be some, but like, and I feel like that's something they could easily allow just because it is a solid color. But off the bat,
I mean, if they would do it,
it's a lot of work.
if they would do it like Guild Wars 2 does their coloring for their armor, that would be possible. But I just think that is a lot of work, and I don't think
One thing I do want to talk about, since we're on the topic of ships, and since they showed the first look at ships in the live stream. That one was a frigate. This one's a galleon. Steven said that a frigate was a full raid 40-man ship, be able to hold that, and that was within its intended size. How big is a fucking galleon gonna be?
I don't
Wait, what
know.
did he actually?
Yeah, he said frigate was full raid party size, 40-man in the live stream. In the live stream.
It is. That's what's planned.
Okay, well, to be
No, well, according to the wiki, you've got 3 classes of ships: small, medium, large, with galleons being the large, and that's the raid size. So
he said in the live stream, frigate was. He said he said this is a frigate. It's not the largest ship, but this one's supposed to be full. He said
it might be not the largest, but it might still be really close. I guess the only other thing I can compare to it, which isn't the best, is frigates in Darkfall were the second largest ship to a galleon.
This is how it is in this game too. Like frigate is the second, like the next one.
I mean,
a frigate in Darkfall was a full raid, and then you went up to a galleon, and it was like maybe you'd want more people, or you'd have more of your raid manning your cannons and shit, but. It could still, I don't know if
we're going off trail again. Anything regarding the cosmetics? Anybody got anything regarding the cosmetics? Anything they want to add?
I like all the cosmetics except the building. Although I bought the building. I'm hoping they fix it.
You didn't like it and bought it. Come on, Faisal.
I could make another.
Look, man, I'm hoping they change it. I'm hoping.
Look, you mean you don't like the spiral hat?
No, not that. I don't like it. Like that. That's okay with me. It's just that it's a box.
It is a box.
Faisal,
stuff on top.
Sometimes you make it too easy for me to make really bad jokes, so I'm not gonna say
What?
anything. Nope, not gonna say anything. Just letting you know. Sometimes you make it too easy for me.
Okay.
So this one's,
Love you, buddy. Love you.
So
Love you too.
Royal Garrison, most likely this is my house on my freehold. This isn't anything else. This is a house on a freehold skin. This goes on your house. It is just a box on a, and it's not, you're not getting the desert or anything. It's straight up like, I put this anywhere, it's going to be a white box with purple and gold on it.
Yeah, Fane is a little bit quiet. Why is Fane so quiet?
There's nothing about this month that's redeeming to me. I don't like I don't like the pet. I don't care about the armor. Nothing about this month is redeeming to me. This is the first month in probably a few years that I've skipped and just haven't bought anything. It's just meh. I find this one very meh.
Let me. Okay. This is okay. So, anybody got anything else to add, regarding this cosmetics? Because I want to bring something up that has to do with cosmetics.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't give my opinion, but I also felt similar. I haven't bought anything from it. It's felt meh. Part of me wants to buy the barding just because that's some pretty cool barding that we haven't had before. But
Don't start with the fucking barding. Yona's gonna go another end.
But yeah, besides that, like there's characteristics in everything that I like, but just as a whole, not feeling it.
I would definitely get the armor. Like I would not sit on the armor. Like it's a heavy armor set, and after what we saw of the Steven leaks this week about like the what's it called? The protector's armor from April 2018. Like we saw its 3D renders. Steven leaked that yesterday. That were heavy armor. The first heavy armor leaks, and this one's a heavy armor set. I think this one will look pretty good when it's finally in the 3D render. I think
That's my thing. I have the set that was leaked. So that's literally what I did. I was like, well, I feel like I would just be using that one over this one anyway.
I like the helmet on this one. I think the only thing I don't like about the helmet is the feathers, but like
no, I agree. The only part I like is the helmet. I don't like the eyes. How there's like little spaces for the eyes, but and like the face of it, but the rest of it I'm just not feeling.
I always forget how much you two are into cosmetics. Alright,
says the person who bought most of the cosmetics.
I haven't bought like any major cosmetics in like a year or two.
But you were gonna go on
those two PI guys right below me. They got like most of them. So.
All right, you're gonna
I don't.
Mist,
I already missed like half the months this year.
Mist, you got anything to add? Mist, you've been so quiet.
No, I mean, I like the color scheme. I do like the armor. I especially like the I don't know what it is, but the I really like having like the full plate and then sort of like cloth underneath. So you got like the tassels underneath the waist. I really like that. I don't know why, but I really like that kind of design in armor, and I don't think it's done nearly enough these days. You like usually have just like the full metal shell. Having a bit of cloth there makes it so much better to me. But I like it otherwise.
So I want to go on a tangent just because he said something that
God.
I 100% agree. It's not going to be that long of a tangent, but no, I really like, because that's some of the look that like a lot of the Jedi armors have in or some of the Jedi armors have, and I like when they do that. I just prefer it when it's like longer or something. It gets like a more trench coat or roby appearance.
I 100% agree with that. I love armor with a trench coat look to it.
So it has like the heavy armor, but you have like the flowing trench coaty part of it.
Love that.
Okay, so here is now the thing that I have. The Ash of Creation community has a lot of really talented artists, right? And you're gonna stick here with me. So the other day, I was scrolling through the media section like I always do, putting up a thumbs up, and somebody from what's her name, Enduin Kayawan, made some weird I think elf drawing, whatever. And there's always like people that, especially from the Grey Sentinels, a lot of drawings. I mean, Z does a lot of stuff, a lot of people are really talented. They make a lot of drawings and art in regards to Ashes, right? So wouldn't it be cool, and this is not my idea for, a cosmetic event for the community and for content creators and for everybody that wants to participate, to have a competition for people to make their own set of cosmetics with a little bit of a backstory. Doesn't have to be like a detailed backstory, just to get a feel for what it is. And the winner, and Trevor picks the winner, and that cosmetic then gets implemented into the game with a full backstory, written by Intrepid.
I mean, other games have done that, and I really like it. Like, I know, sorry, Warframe, I'll keep on going back to it. They have a community, I forgot what they call it, but yeah, the community submits cosmetics, concepts, and then people upvote it or downvote it. It gets implemented based off that.
I'm going to bring this up, and this is similar to what, back in Kickstarter 2017, Steven had talked about, and they haven't talked about it since, so this could be no longer a thing, but they want to do it to where like they'll give community the tools to make cosmetics, the cosmetics, and then put it up on the shop for people to buy, and so you can buy community made cosmetics.
Mm.
No,
And I've talked about this before on the podcast too.
Interesting.
Because I thought it was really cool that, you know, every time a cosmetic comes up that Mark is always like she's working with the artists or whatever. So I just figured that there is not the process of there's a backstory, right? Let's make a cosmetic for this backstory. It's rather the process of let's make this cool looking cosmetic with this theme and let's see how we can fit it into Ashes. I think that's my train of thought on how that works.
I think I think you'd probably do that after the game releases, because there's currently the game's not even out yet. Steven's wanting to keep the lore really close to chest. I don't think you're gonna give people an open thing to like write their own bit of lore to a cosmetic piece.
I know that's why I'm saying that I don't think most of the cosmetic pieces right now they are that really involved within the lore of Ashes. At least it's what I'm
They
getting.
give hints. They give hints. They give hints.
So what I thought is, for example, I don't know, like who do we have? Like, I don't know, you know, Jaylon comes up with a cosmetic item, you know, and then Jaylon makes his whole cosmetic set, pet, on whatever, and then, you know, he works with Steven, the winner works with Steven more closely on somehow fitting that design with a little bit of backstory into Ashes. I think that would be really cool, and I think a lot of people would participate.
What if it was the other way around? What if it was Steven was like, hey, we have this theme where it's like, I don't know, select some random god, the god of life, and she likes these, and here's some like pictures that kind of represent her. Make some cosmetics based off it.
You could 100% do that. Or
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest just have people submit people submit some cosmetics, and then they write the theme, write the lore after that. But 100%, I agree with AJ. I would McStackerson says is release a bit of lore like saying this, and then have people make a style around that.
I mean, either way, I think it would be cool to have like.
I don't know.
I definitely think that should be something that happens. Definitely eventually, where I think that's a very good way to get community involved, as well as getting some cool designs into the game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like in Warframe, bringing it up again, some of the coolest designs do come from the community. A lot of things I buy are from community stuff.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but also the thing is, I don't want there to be like a ton of like cosmetics that don't fit into the lore or the story of Ashes.
Oh, like they would vet them still. I mean, you still want to have someone vet them, or work with the creator to be like, okay, this is a cool concept. Can we change it in this way to get it into our game, so it represents this?
If you have it to where like you can put images into the game, and also if they do end up doing the thing that they want to do, to where like, oh, we're gonna make this make our creation tool kind of open, and people can sell cosmetics they make, you're gonna get a lot of not lore, like not
immersion breaking.
You get a lot of immersion breaking stuff in the game. You're just gonna get that from people posting images and like making art in the game and being able to put whatever they want on their sales. Like you're gonna get that.
You think they're gonna have some sort of approval process for that?
For sure.
I think they just want to be able to ban people who do inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to ban people who do inappropriate stuff. They're not gonna say like, they're not gonna vet everybody that does something.
If you have your waifu and it's perfectly appropriate,
yeah, but
that's
for me that's immersion breaking.
Yeah, but if
just have an option to turn that off.
If you're gonna let people post images in the game, you're gonna have that. You're not gonna sit there and go through every single image people fucking do.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe they have Animu on Sanctus, and they're bringing it to Vera.
You just hire a student and you tell them anything regarding anime that doesn't fit in Ashes, don't approve it. I mean, there's a difference for me having like a guild symbol, right? A guild symbol, on like a sale, right? That makes sense. That can be instantly proof. But then having some waifu half naked on the sale, even though it's not breaking any rules, it's still kind of immersion breaking, because I don't think when we come back to Vera, we bring with our waifus with us.
We don't know that.
Shut the fuck up. You know,
I might have my portal coming with me through the portal. Oh wait, I'm from the underground. You know, we're
yeah, you don't fucking have waifus in the underground.
You're gonna have entire Tolnar ships that are just having furry porn on their fucking
Dude, I'm
sails.
fucking burning down. No, like, anyways, like the point that I want to make is, having like I thought it would be a cool idea to have artists from the community come up with some cool concept for cosmetics. Steven says, okay, I like this. Let's make a backstory that fits into Ashes, and let's put this into the game. Not have like mass spam of like community made cosmetics, but you know, custom made cosmetics that also fit within the lore.
Well, yeah, I mean, and there's more to them making the cosmetics than just someone making the model. They do have to take the time to fit them to everything. So it's not like they can just like, oh, that's cool, that's in the game now. There'll be more process to it than that.
Do we have any other major topic? Because I just noticed we went over by like 40 minutes. So
We're gonna go over anyway, and we do not have any major topics. I mean, unless you want to talk about, but there's in terms of topics, there's the server merging, there's the Steven leaks. If you want to talk about that fireball thing you posted, I don't think it needs to be talked about right now. But if you posted it,
but we can mention it.
I don't. Have they said anything about it? Have they said? Did they respond to it?
All I know is that our bitching about the animation actually worked. That's all I'm proud. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
Did they say something? Did they?
I mean, everyone bitched about that.
I know, but we bitched online. We showed our faces. We were on the forefront of the bitching. So let me fucking have this one.
We have talked about I think we've talked about the fireball animations more than anybody else. So yeah, we keep bringing it up.
They're changing the fireball animation. So the next thing we have to bitch about is some other flying animation. Next one. What's the next one on the list? No, but let's actually Mist Fane. Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
No, I'm good. I think.
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Good.
As usual, Bacon's art is amazing.
Yeah, Bacon is amazing as always.
Bacon
the man.
How dare Steven just abandon him somewhere? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's a national treasure right there, Steven.
Let me think. Is there anything we could talk about, or should we just wrap it up?
I think we covered the main things.
Main things we've covered, yeah.
I mean, then we could talk about the server merges next time then. Okay, then we're done.
That's a big topic.
Carry over to next time.
All right,
server
everybody.
merging.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Everybody, wear your freaking mask, wash your hands, stay the fuck away from people. Everybody.
It'll be the 14th.
We'll be back on the 14th. No, I'm serious. Stay the fuck away from people. COVID-19 is a serious thing. It's not over yet. So everybody.
Oh yeah, it's.
No, it's not.
I didn't expect you to just bring it up like that, but okay.
I always bring it up, dude. I don't want anybody to get sick. Dude, fucking Corona fucking sucks. So, as always, guys, like I said, stay healthy, stay safe, and we will see you on the Ashes of Creation community Discord.
Go out and make blood packs with people.
Take care, everybody. That's so fucking weird.